Welcome to Barely Bolted. In today's episode, we're going to tackle the fuel system. I don't know why I'm doing the ninja things, but I am.
You're going to be installing this rear fuel tank because, you know, the other one was nasty.
Before we can get the gas tanks installed, we got to prep the straps because we're reusing the ones for the rear tank. I did acquire new ones for the midship, or what I call the front tank. So if you're just tuning in, these are gas tank straps for the rear. And we sanded them down, took the old rubber off. Now we're gonna give them a coat of paint and then we're gonna rubberize them with 3M. And they're gonna be used to put the gas tanks on in this same video, but it will be tomorrow.
The next day. Rubberize me.
Yeah, those are not dry.
It said 1 hour. It's
I
been
know.
like 5 minutes.
I was hopeful. Whoops. All right.
If you want, you can just rubberize your floor.
That's a great idea, dude.
How many cans do you think that'd take?
A lot.
A lot.
Okay, so we'll flip those tomorrow. Another
Flip it.
Cody coat. That's not bad though for reusing them. So we sanded them, we painted them black.
You burnt them?
Then we burnt them. Then we painted them black, and now we rubberized. Because I don't feel like buying new ones because I already bought new ones and they don't fit. We're making do with what we got.
Barely bolted way.
Barely bolted away. I can't do it.
Neat.
Shut up, Swan. And what are you doing?
So right now, what we're doing is straps. We're putting this rubber on it. It's basically so that you don't want the straps rubbing against the fuel tank because over time it will create like holes and stuff. So we're just making a little gas rubber fitting for it. A little marker right here.
Right there.
No,
Yeah.
down there.
And down there.
Of course, I'm not actually measuring it.
It's a guesstimate.
It's a guesstimate. It's the barely bolted way.
So we got this strap off of the Jungle website. Link in the description if you're doing this kind of project.
Probably be good for other stuff too, no?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty rugged stuff.
yeah.
It's cheap too. All right, so we're trying to devise a way to hold up the tank while we put the straps in. Definitely need you to lift that up. I'm gonna try to feed this up to you, but
Got it.
This is actually better than I thought it would be.
Hopefully we're facing it the right way. Yeah, it is. Because I do remember.
All this stuff is right here.
Right, I do remember when this was like facing that way when you were trying to get it.
Okay.
So that's good.
That's good. Now we have to figure out. I say we get the straps in place, then we'll figure out bolting this back up.
Yeah. Should we just take the tank back out and then put the straps in?
I think so.
Lay it down. Lay this down on that.
Yep.
And then pull them up.
Yep.
There you go. We're doing it, guys!
Putting the gasoline in, the tanks.
No gasoline yet. Ain't got no gas in it.
It's gonna take us 5 gallons to get to the gas station.
Yeah.
I love it.
Literally down the road.
Quite literally. Okay, locked in.
Boom!
Ba-boom. Now we need a sending unit.
Send it.
Send that. Dude, we're putting a truck together.
Yeah, we are.
So good. That was the right choice. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 choice.
Option A. It's not supposed to like lock in there. So I did run into one other snafu. So when you put the new tank in, when we took the old one out, this is the vent, I guess. It connects to this hose here. I don't have the bushing. I don't have the bushing that seals this into the tank. See, it just kind of flops around. So if you're doing this install and you're not replacing this, make sure you get a new bushing because ours was all cracked and nasty. You gotta have a way to seal it in there. I found a couple on Amazon. I'm not sure if they're gonna work, but we're gonna try. And I'll put the link in the description if they do. That could be a problem. A little precautionary tale here. If you're doing both tanks at the same time, like we did, the sending units are specific to the tank. They're actually shaped differently, and I wouldn't have known that unless I had kept the old sending units of the old tank to compare them to. So just make sure you get the right sending unit for the right tank. Some of them are like shallow, some of them are deep. So the pickup sits in the tank a bit differently than in each one. One of the hardest parts of installing the sending unit itself is before the sending unit goes in the tank, you actually have to put a rubber gasket around that kind of sits in a little seat. And as you're trying to put the sending unit in and turn it into place, that gasket will continually fall down because the seat is not very deep. So it helps to have another set of hands here to keep an eye on the gasket so we can kind of move it and pivot and do those type of things. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. want to cover something that I've been running into since I've started doing these two fuel tanks. So these are TRQ, but I think any of the new aftermarket tanks are going to run into the same issue. So this is a 95 Ford F250, and that's the factory connector. And when you buy the new tank, it usually comes with a sending unit. This is the connector that they give you with the sending unit. It does not pair up with the factory connector at all. So this is what comes up from the sending unit, and then they ship this with it. So here's the issue. The colors don't match up. And so you need to map these wires to these wires in order to plug it into your sending unit, okay? Here's where it gets interesting. The front tank is different than the rear tank. And by different, I mean the factory harness wires are completely different colors. So on the front one, we've got orange, blue, yellow, black, red. And the rear has yellow, black, black/white, or a tan, and an orange wire. So this is one that I've completed. And so what's inside this bundle is I stripped both connectors, factory harness over here, new connector over here, soldered each line, then I wrapped them in shrink wrap, and then I put some tape over them, put the casing back together. So if you're doing these tanks, you need to know what the mapping of wires is. And that's why I'm making this video, because I have it. Again, front tank wiring is different than rear tank wiring. I consider this the front tank. I think some manufacturers call this the mid tank. There's only two tanks. This one's in front, that one's in back. That's my opinion. Okay, so let's cover the front tank first. So if you're looking at this connector, I've got a red, black, blue, yellow, orange. Your red goes to the gray wire on the new connector. I'm gonna put this here just for reference. Red goes to the gray connector. The black goes to the black-white connector. The orange, this is again factory side, new connector side. Orange goes to black, and blue, yellow goes to purple. So you're gonna cut this end off here, and then you're gonna match up these lines, these wires, with these wires using this code for the front, okay? Let's go to the back tank. Okay, same situation. Again, I've already done this one. Your yellow is gonna go to purple, your black is gonna go black-white. Some models, this is where it gets interesting. Some models have a black-white wire. On some models, this same wire is tan instead of black-white. So your black-white and or tan wire is gonna go to gray. Your orange is gonna go to black. So again, factory harness on this side, new harness on this side. All you're gonna do is cut, solder, or use a crimp connector. I would recommend soldering. Crimp connectors can loosen, and then you're gonna have sending unit problems, and you're probably not gonna be able to start your truck, and yada yada. So, all right, so that should wrap that up. I just wanted to show you guys this solder joint. So a lot of people are like, I can't solder, like, how am I gonna do this? And I've taught a few people how to solder, and I'm not a professional, but it's all about heat. You got to have a soldering iron that has a good amount of heat. So this is, you know, one from the Jungle website. It goes up to 896. And the technique that I use is, okay, so you twist the wires kind of together, almost in like a handshake. If you're using shrink wrap tubing, like down here, you have to be careful that the tubing can still get over the handshake. So you give it like a kind of half turn to get them just to kind of seat together. Then just put your soldering iron on top of the two bare wires. Get them nice and hot. I mean, I'll leave the soldering iron there for at least 30 seconds to get the wires hot. Then I'll melt some solder. So ideally the solder melts against the wire, not the tip of the soldering iron. That's ideal. Sometimes the solder will melt on the tip, and as you just hold it there and leave it, the solder will eventually sink in and kind of flow through the wire like it did here. And that's when you know you have a good solder joint. If you're just globbing solder on the tip and then it kind of half sticks to the top, that's what they call a cold solder. That's not going to work. It's going to break and your wires aren't going to be connected well. So you want something like that. Just look for that. Again, it's patience and heat. You can't rush this. You got to just get both wires extremely hot, you know, use a good solder, and then it will flow throughout the wires like that. This is kind of that handshake I was talking about. I can easily pull those apart, but if I put my soldering iron on top, now I can start to work the heat and the solder into it. Another thing, if you're using shrinking, like shrink tubing, make sure it's far enough down the wire, because this wire is going to get hot. And if it gets too hot, this will start to shrink. So make sure it's far enough down so you don't preemptively shrink it before you have it where you want it.
Done. Fronts are done. You got that one. Done. That one. And then you got that guy. Where'd he go? Bigfoot. How did he see me?
I'm going to go through the back. The sway bar bushing's here. Here's what one of the new ones looks like. So it's a top bolt here, top bolt here. This should pull away. There should be a slit in that plastic. Put the new one on, tighten it back up. Pretty simple.
Ow. Far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Look at that tongue action. Right there. That's the money shot.
What did I do?
If you know, you know.
Until next time. I'm getting fueled up. Bye, Dan.
No, Connie, come back!
Yeah! Oh, Savannah! Not on my watch.
Giggity.
I'm tired. Dude! It's so bad. Shit hit me like a hurricane. We're gonna go night-night. he said.